Good morning, everyone. I look up, the first comment I see is Adam. I know what she's doing. Haha. What am I doing? Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see you. We've got waves and thumbs up and all sorts of things. Thank you so much. Can everyone hear me okay? All I need is one, but I can get more answers. I'm going to go down through, see who's here. Donna had to leave. Okay, she's going to watch the replay. Thanks for dropping in, Donna. Beverly, good morning. Terry with a heart. Oh my goodness, Pieces, Love and Quilting. That has got to be the cutest channel name ever. I love that. I just do. Giovanna, good morning. Jean, she's getting ready to go, I bet. Go, go, go. Hi, Melody. Georgina, Denise, Adam. Laura, Susie Sews, let's see, oh, it's scrolling here. Awkward Quilter, GA. Okay, everyone can hear me, and there's Mary. Okay, thank you all so much. Good morning, Judith. Good morning, Patricia. I hope it's fun. I've had a lot on my plate this week, and I have a lot more on my plate the rest of the week, so I'm trying to keep my head in the game. Good morning, June, Deborah. Hey Lisa, your scrappiness and her faithful scrappers. That is cute. Subscribe. No, I know everyone who's chatting is a subscriber, and I wanted to say this. I've said it before, but I've only said it once, I think. If you come here and you can't chat in the box, it's because you are not subscribed to my channel. You have to be a subscriber in order to chat. And the reason I do that is it keeps the bots out because they don't subscribe to things. Let's see, good morning. Okay, Deborah, June, just good morning. We're out of electricity, just came back on. Goodness. Miriam, Kathy, Lukey, Janet, Dawn. Goodness. Okay. So last week I didn't have any happy mail to show you, and this week I have happy mail to show you. Honor spoiled the surprise. No, she didn't spoil it. I already posted it. Thank you, Honor. Yes, on Sunday I hit 7,000 subscribers. So yay. Thank you guys so much. That was exciting. As well as the other thing, I kind of have to read it to you because I didn't, how do I put it? It's something I had to read for statistics. And okay, that video with my Freestyle bag series part 1, and this was, I think, 3 days in. It had 5,100 views, which is 4.3 thousand more than usual. Can you imagine? Like, it had 761 hours of watch time, which was 531 more than usual. So the stats for the bag, the Freestyle bag series, are off the charts. And I am so excited about this. But I'm not the only one. The comments, the emails, the private messages, you guys are excited. And that is going to be so fun. Good morning, Louise, 3 in the afternoon in Wales. Good morning, Rhonda. Chris is here. Vicky. I'm trying not to miss anyone. I apologize if I do. I'm not sure if I got Dawn or not. Janet, don't you just love happy mail? Good morning, Gammy Rose. Thank you, everyone, on the congratulations. Thank you to my moderators for dropping the links. Thank you to my admin assistants on the Facebook page, Lisa Marie and Honor. They are always helping me out. Okay. So, Adam's in the tub again. No splashing bubbles on the screen here now. Hi, Glenda. Good to see you. Okay. Halfway through making panels. Should I show you my panels or the happy mail? Which one? Happy mail or panels? A or B? Oh, 8 p.m. in Western Australia. I'm waiting. I actually just trimmed the panels. Oh, 10 p.m. Okay, and all the channels that are dropped here, when I edit the description box after the video, and it's going to have to be this afternoon because I need to go out as soon as this video is over, but I will drop all these links in the description box below the video a little later on. I will edit them all in. Thank you, Dawn. Okay, panels. Mary says A and B. Oh, good morning, Richard. He says A. Okay, so was blocks A or Happy Mail? I forget. Panels. Okay, panels got written first, so we'll just go with panels. All right. Now, some of you probably weren't with me. I did a sew along the other day, which I didn't get a lot of sewing done, but we got a lot of important chatting taken care of. But I held up one panel that was already sewn or partially sewn, and then I said, which chicken or rooster should I use? A or B, you know, and I was trying to say. Well, when I went to use it, I didn't have much of a choice because you know how pre-printed fabric, like if you have a rectangle on there, it's not always positioned on the straight of the grain. Well, I couldn't make it work because it was so, one of them, even though it didn't look, it was so cockeyed that I have to make it with a different project, or I have to make a different project with it. It will work. It just wouldn't work for what I was using it for here. Okay. Nancy, congratulations. This is only my second live stream. I fell and broke my wrist. Oh no, so I can't sew. I'll be watching all your videos for the next 6 weeks. Well, I hope you don't get tired of my voice, Nancy, but my goodness, I'm so sorry. That must have hurt. Ouch. Ouch. Heal soon. And we'll just keep you busy. We will. Good morning, Diane. How are you? Oh, she's full of sunshine this morning. How big is the chicken? Adam says, we're not going to discuss that because YouTube won't let me. Okay, so this was the one I couldn't use. And I know it looks straight, but the black wasn't, okay? But she's going to go in a different piece. So, this was the one I had started on. So this is all cut to size, and I can't remember. I have it written down here. I have to keep paperwork handy. So this is 15 inches across by 14 and a half up and down. Okay, and I quilted it with the 1/4 inch. Show you what the difference is, okay? So there's how side B turned out, nice and cute. Okay, so on this one, you see the black around there. See the black edging around the orange part of the chicken here. Whoops, go the wrong way. This one, okay. But on this one, I couldn't do it because it was a different size, and I had to keep it the same size. So that's how the second one turned out. So there they are, side by side, and again, these are 15 inches side to side. Which one have I got upside down? My goodness. All right. So there they are. So one will be on a side A and one will be side B for the tote bag. And again, they are 15 inches by 14 and a half. All right. So anyone who doesn't know this, I'll repeat it, and I'm sorry for those of you who have heard it. Adam sent me a packet of Tula pink scraps, and I had some from Nanny B. And I was showing them, and I was saying how much. Hi, Mona. Smaller than the lazy? I don't know. I'm not answering that question. I'm not getting into trouble. Richard says they both turned out great. Mary says pretty. Thank you, guys. Okay, so I still have a lot of Tula pink scraps here, like a lot. And I had said I'll get 2, maybe 3 bags, but I'll get 4 bags out of these scraps easily. And I'm sure when Adam sent them, he figured I'd get a few projects, but I doubt he thought 4 bags worth. Plus, I did the key fobs. I did some key fobs for anyone who missed it. I took some Tula scraps. All right. So anyway, I took the Tula pink scraps this week, and both sides are totally different. I should have brought my other one up, my bag that I have finished. But either way, okay, are you ready? This is side A. I see that in there. Which came first, the chicken or the square? Okay, so at first I was just working without this, okay, without the strip on both sides. I was working with this width. So when I went with the half square triangles, I had two more. But I thought if I put one other in there, it was going to go over. Well, I ended up putting a scrap of strip on there, a strippy scrap. Anyway, but it just helps look scrappy. And I quilted it again with my favorite serpentine stitch. And if you didn't know that was my favorite, just ask Honor, she knows. Oh, Lukey, thank you. She says the bag will look awesome. Hi, Fran. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. And this was the only piece of this fabric I had. Now, I didn't use it all. I have a piece to go on the next bag, but this is such a nice bright purple and so colorful that I wanted to use it. Okay, so you ready to see the side B? Because I finished that yesterday. So that is all, and it doesn't matter which way it goes as far as directionally. And this one measures 13.5 side by, let me see, side to side. I have to get it right here. Yeah. It measures 15 across by 13.5 up and down. So now the question is, are you guys working on your bag panels? Whoever is taking part in this, on Sunday the video is going to drop and we're going to put some touches to our outer pieces. So you got to have them ready and quilted, and you don't have to have the same size I do. Now my first bags were 16-inch squares. One of them was 17-inch. You can go as large or as small as you want. It's your bag. That's why I'm calling it a freestyle. Okay, thank you everyone. I appreciate that. Diane says half square triangles. I know that you don't like doing them, going out of your comfort zone. I am, but with what Adam had sent me, there were quite a few triangles in there, and some of them were wonky. So I just placed like ones together and then took my ruler and used the 45-degree angle and squared them off. Thank you, Lukey and Richard. Lisa says, as much as I crave Tula, I definitely prefer your chickens. Thank you. Okay, so as I'm moving into the Happy Mail, there is a story about each of those sets of panels and the Happy Mail that came in. Hi, Betty. Good to see you. Watching while making a scrappy quilt. Giovanna said, I am halfway. That's good. That's good. Jean, not yet. Hopefully when I get back. That's okay. We'll excuse you. And if you take part, that's great. If you can't, I understand. You have a lot going on. Mary says, of course I'm working on them in my head. Terry says, so very pretty, Marie. Janet, have finished nearly 2 sets. Hey, that's where I'm at. 2 sets. Hi, Shirley. Okay. Oh, Adam says, I've just had a Tula delivery. Haha. Restocking after my quilt. If anyone has not seen Adam's quilt, you are you're totally missing out. Missing this. I can't do it. Sorry. You're missing out on a beautiful, beautiful Tula pink quilt. Glenda says, yes, I'm ready for the freestyle. That's awesome. Okay. So when I was working on this, I had some bits and pieces of the black and white line works in this scrap bag. Like this here. There was little bits and pieces, but I only had about 3 or 4 pieces in here. I think Adam uses a lot of them, so there weren't a lot of scraps, and I'm not complaining, I'm just stating. And I had said to Adam, I think like in the past week, I said they make a really good contrast. So I'm thinking about ordering that line works because I've got to have it at one point or another. So the mail came the other day. What? Line Works by Tula Pink? What? So I don't know, for anyone who hasn't seen this, I'll flip through them. I won't bore you, so I won't do a long one. But there's one. Whoops. Can't go double here. And we've got dots. I love this one because the animals are made, it's just amazing. Her stuff is amazing. I don't know how I didn't know about her earlier. And I do love this one. All the different colors. And I always think of a tree, when you've cut a tree and all the different lines in it when I see this. And we've got stripes. This one, look at the skunk. I know it's upside down, but all made of flowers. I'm having a hard time getting this thing apart. And this, zebras. And then we started with the black on black, and then this is white on white. So Glenda, thank you so much, Glenda, for my Tula Pink Line Works. It's going right into the next bag. It absolutely is. Okay, I'm going to catch up for a minute. Let's see. Glenda says she's ready for the freestyle. Terry has to get hers quilted. I know she'll do that. Lisa says she's drooling over Adam's quilt. That thing is beautiful. I couldn't walk by without standing to stare if that were in my house. Yeah. We'll be giving these bags a go once I get my embroidery machine. Oh, that's exciting. That's cool. And dye, I'm making a list of stuff that I need to accomplish. Sadly, it doesn't include sewing. I understand that, though. I'm so far behind from being sick for 3 weeks. Yes, and don't make yourself sick again by overdoing it now, right? Lectures. Georgina says, awesome job. Thank you. Hi, Tracy. Adam says, that's because I'm stingy. Ha ha. No line work goes anywhere but my room. That's okay. No, I still can't believe how far those scraps have gone, though. It's crazy. It's crazy. So what I had said is, you know, I just finished the second panel up the day the line works came in, or it would have been in here. Okay. So going back to these, remember how I said I don't have any chicken wire fabric? I went to Martin's. They don't have any chicken wire fabric. Our Walmart they do have probably 50 or 60 bolts of fabric in a line, as well as some fat quarter square things. They didn't have anything. The closest they had to anything even farm related had farm all tractors, and so it would have like a cow and a pasture and a barn and all that. And it's nice. I already have some, but it's not chicken wire fabric. But anyway, I finished this up the other day saying, well, I have more of these chicken panels, so when I get some chicken wire fabric, I'll make another bag like this, because that will be awesome, right? I mean, because it's got to be out there. So the other day, a box arrives. Oh, and I'm going to go back to Glenda here in a minute. I'm not done with her yet, because that wasn't all, but I have to keep with the bags here. You guys, seriously, check it out. Now, I don't know what color it's coming across, because I took a picture of it yesterday, and it came out kind of orangey. But this is a barn farm red, okay, with the chicken wire on it. And I haven't measured it, but I'm assuming it's a 4-yard cut. Is that amazing? And this came from their local Walmart. Now see, our Walmart doesn't have that, but of course everyone is going to have a different selection. But I'm not going to tell you who yet, because I got to show you first. Actually, that was at the bottom. The first thing I saw was this. Isn't that beautiful? I love roosters. Before we moved to the apartment, when we still lived in the house where we raised our kids, my kitchen was everything rooster, okay? everything. And then this was the second fabric. This also came from the local Walmart. We don't have either of these ones either because I look at everything that they have and I would know this. Okay. And as I said, I love roosters. Look at that. We got the roosters and the chicken wire and the whole thing here. Now I'm going to stop and tell you a story before I show what else is left here. About 12 years ago, I made myself an apron, and the fabric was similar to this. It did not have the chicken wire on it, but the roosters were pretty much the same, and it was the same coloring. The background was a little bit darker than this. I made myself an apron, and how I did it was I took an apron that I already had, because I wear aprons whenever I cook or clean religiously. I wear an apron, okay? But I just folded my favorite apron in half, laid it across a piece of fabric. I didn't back that fabric. I didn't do anything. I made it to fit right around my neck. Whoops, I got string. Could you tell I've been sewing this morning? Nobody told me I had string, and I still do. Anyway, I had to patch the belly of that apron easily 4 times over the years. And by the 3rd time, I'd run out of that rooster fabric. I couldn't find any more, and I had purchased it at Walmart. Actually, when I was crumb quilting, one of my first videos where I was crumb quilting, I reached in my crumb and I found a little tiny piece of that rooster. But I haven't seen anything since until now, and this is the closest fabric there was to that. So I showed it to my husband, and he said, "That looks like your apron did." You guys ready for this? Check this out. It's an apron made out of that rooster fabric, and it's got 2 pockets. My original one had 1 going across. I love this. And then, get this, it's reversible with the pockets. And this person who gave it to me knows that I had commented on this fabric as well, because it's something I had. I think I still have a small piece, and I love the fabric. So Richard, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that wasn't all. There was one more thing in there. He's always sewing something, like always sewing something. Look at these little fabric butterflies. I have 2 of them. I think I'm going to take one and make a hair thing for my granddaughter. And there are some little tiny charms, and they say handmade with love. I can't get them in the camera right, but they're a little heart. So thank you, Richard, very much. Thank you, Glenda, for the fabric. And Glenda also sent a card because I had sent her one of those key fobs that I made. So she sent me a card, and inside the card, you guys, this is so sweet. Look, she embroidered my name on there, and see, this opens up. You can put something in it. I think I'm going to use it for my, because I have one of those longer chapsticks. They're narrower than a chapstick and longer, and I'm going to put that in my purse because I love sunflowers. So thank you, Glenda. Now this is all in one day, you guys, all in one day. And I'm sorry I haven't read the chat yet. And then I got this package. It was folded over like that. Yes, didn't Richard do a beautiful job on that? Okay, so I apologize. I didn't ask her permission, and normally I do, so I'm not going to give first and last names. But Judith, thank you so much for this thoughtful gift. Check this out, guys. These are zipper pull charms. So we have a quilted heart right here that says sew, S-E-W, happy. And then this is a quilting lady. She has a hat on, and it reminds me of the Lorelei Harris fabric. And then this is a black sewing machine, and it says joy. Hi, Carissa. Glad you could join us. So thank you so much, Judith. Thank you, Richard. And thank you, Glenda. You guys seriously gave me some happy mail. And that fabric is going to get put to really good use very soon, actually. And these pulls, I'm going to put that on my, I have a, no, I guess it's not right here. I keep my medication in one of my open wide zippered pouches, and I'm going to put one of those charms right on there so I see it every day because I'm so excited. So thank you guys so much, and thank you to everyone watching. I did get I got a card in there from Richard, who has much neater handwriting than me. I'm terrible. And Glenda's had a very pretty envelope, so thank you guys. Okay, so I was chatting with my little brother last week, and I showed him my Aerosmith fabric, and of course he likes Aerosmith because he learned to play guitar because I listened to Aerosmith. He'd go in and get my albums, and then he'd try to replicate it on his guitar. But anyway, his favorite band is Van Halen, and I showed him the Aerosmith fabric, and I showed him that my husband had found the AC/DC fabric, and he said, if you ever find any Van Halen fabric, sis, I would love something made out of that. So what is a sister to do but to look? So it came in yesterday, and I found it on eBay, and let me just say, I didn't do my homework. I looked at the fabric, I bought the fabric, because it's the only Van Halen fabric I could find, but it's not cotton. I really don't know what it is. It almost feels like cotton. So this is what it looks like. It has their logo. You got Eddie Van Halen. You got the whole thing. But do you see all these frays? You just touch it, and it comes apart. I don't know how well you can see that. It feels almost like a polyester something or other. So he had wanted one of those microwavable rice packs, like for aches and pains, made out of it. But I don't dare do that because it's not cotton, so it can't go in the microwave. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do other than a zippered bag like I make. He would like that, so I'll probably do that. I did go into Martin's, and those of you who were with me for the Sew with Marie the other day already saw this, so I apologize. But they had, this isn't by the yard, it's by the panel, and it was Lorelei Harris kitty cat fabric. Adorable, adorable, very colorful. And that was $3.99 a panel, and I think when I saw it online it was $12 something a panel. I'm not really sure, I can't remember. And this was just too cute to pass up, with the double-decker London buses. And yes, Mona, the toiletries bag, it's like that, kind of. I'm not going to make the square one. He likes those open wide zippered pouch bags I make, so he throws everything in there. But I have thought about those, the more, what I consider a shaving kit. They're more a boxy bag there. Okay, let me scroll back up. Richard says, you are most welcome. Giovanna, well made, Richard. Yes, so sweet, Richard and Glenda. Let's see. Terry said, sting on our clothes, our badges. Oh, string on our clothes, our badges for a job well done, whether it is or not. You did it. You deserve a badge. Oh, well, thank you. Yes, those butterflies are adorable. Thank you, everyone, for looking. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate everyone who sends me things as well. Kathy says, wow, I can't even keep up to comment on it all. Love it all. I dream about fabric and projects. I do too. In fact, when I knew that this Tula pink scraps was on their way across the pond from England, I seriously, you could ask Adam, I would say, I'm making them in my head. Now, you've probably seen that just a few minutes ago in the comment section. I did that same thing. I would lay in bed at night falling asleep thinking, I could take strips and sew them this way, or they could go this way, or I could make a block, and then I can put things out and just dream about it in my head. I seriously can, so I understand that. I totally understand it. Carissa says, boyfriend finds it on his clothes at his house, said it's just my love going on with him. That's true. What can you say, right? No, Terry, I'm not. $3.99 a panel. I know, right? But the only thing is, and here again, I don't mean to sound like I'm complaining because I'm not. I love getting it like that. But then when you get it like that, to get anything coordinating, you have to go online and pay those prices. So it's great to get what I can when I can at Martin's, but there's nothing coordinating with it. They just get what they get. But now that I'm really into that, okay. I seriously didn't know whether I should mention this or not, but I'm going to. I received a message from Adam yesterday, the day before, and he sends me a link. Okay. Now, I've got to find it so you can see what I saw, okay? Because normally, I apologize, normally I do not go clicking around on my devices while we're on here. And I'm hoping you'll be able to see this off my screen. They have Tula Pink scrap packs. You see them? Free shipping in the United States. Free shipping. $9.98 or $9.99. I apologize. $9.99. Free shipping. And to go along with that, they have K Facet too. $9.99. Free shipping. So if anyone is interested, I can share that, the link. I couldn't get over it. And it's going to come in on, it's supposed to come in between the 22nd and 24th, it said. So, yeah. All right, let me scroll back. Happy Fun Mail. Janet, thank you for reminding everyone to give a thumbs up. Darren always says to me, why is there string everywhere and how much string do you need? Hey, that's a loaded question. You can't answer that without incriminating yourself. Don't answer. Lukey, I haven't been able to work on my panels. Had to rest my ankle, which I injured before Christmas. It was fine, and about a week ago, it got really swollen, and I couldn't walk on it. Yikes. Well, that's not good. Holy cow, Lukey. Okay. Terry says, there were half square triangles in my dream last night with all the other chaos in my head. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, let me get to the next thing on my list. So coming up on Sunday, we're going to go with part 2 of our freestyle bag. Okay, so that's going to be fun, and I'm looking forward to that. And I told you about reaching 7,000. I read something this week, and I want to share it with you guys. You know how I always end with, be kind out there, the world needs more of that. Okay, well, listen to this. I wrote it down just for you guys, okay, just to share. People value authenticity. Now, how true is that? You can say something to someone and it might not mean a thing, but if you look them in their eye and they know that you're real, just like you and I chatting right now when I say you guys are my friends, you guys value authenticity. So people value authenticity. But they also value your struggles, your fear, your failure. You can't let those things down because everyone experiences those things. So you just lift each other up through it. So let go of perfection and enjoy. And when I work with scraps, that's exactly what I do. You can't go for perfection. Not everything's going to line up. You just have to enjoy the sewing or whatever. So that can be said of life as well. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to go grab those links for you. And it'll just take me a moment. I could not get over it. I was just amazed. Amazed. And I will get the K Facet as well. They were by the same person selling. Oh, I've got to go get that small. Whoa. I've got to get a smaller link. I've got to change it on Bitly. It will just take me a moment. I apologize. The link is too long. I almost clicked off, you guys. Okay, there's one. I make all kinds of mistakes clicking around here. I just clicked right off the K facet scraps because I'm trying to hurry. But these were such a good deal. They really were. Okay, I'll go grab a small link. Shorten that, copy that, and okay. All right. So there's the two. Terry says, I pre-ordered Everglow. Tula already previewed her October line, Besties. I know, I watched that the other day. Was that incredible or what? Hi, Charlotte. Good to see you. Yes, Adam is enabling. It was a very closely guarded secret until now. Terry says, stop the addiction. Good morning, Janice. So glad you dropped in. Okay, I'm trying to do. Oh, sorry, Adam. I see you said search seller. Yeah, Vardvark. Yep. Yeah, you have to go to eBay and then type in Tula Pink Scraps or K Facet Scraps. Yeah. Richard says, I say the same thing when I get a haircut. It's only hair, it will grow. Yes. All right. So, I also want to remind that on the Facebook group, the only way people can get in these days is with an invite. So anyone who's already on the Facebook group can invite a friend if they want to be a member. But if you're out there and you are trying your hardest and you can't find the Facebook group, there's a reason why. We were just getting bombarded with new people. And so what I did is I set it up so it has to be by invite only at this point. So if you're out there and you want to be a part of the Facebook group, you can either email me. Well, I guess that would be the only way. mariescrappycreations@yahoo.com. When I edit the description box, the email will be below in the description box. You can email me and say, I would like to join the Facebook group. And then I can add you. Or if you know someone else who's in the group. Okay, and I got a new ironing board. I did try to show it off during my sew along the other night, but I I had it lowered down, or I tried to lower it down, and then I couldn't get a handle on it because I couldn't pick it back up. But it's a Bartonelli, and so it's shorter than my last one, but wider. Let me see what it is. I think it was 15 inches by, I'm going to look it up. 43 by 14. I got a really good deal on it on Amazon, and it has an iron rest on the end of it here, a metallic, and it fits my small irons, and I even set my larger one on there to see if that fit, and it does, so you can rest your iron there. And I'm going to have to make a new cover. There's nothing wrong with this one. I just like more, so I'm going to make a new one. Okay, Tracy, so I think you can message me over private messenger. I think we're friends, so just remind me, because I have a lot going on, and I will send you an invite link, okay? Or, anyone can do that. Good morning, Judith H. from Butler, Pennsylvania. Okay, so I had 3 people get their boxes this week. We still have more in case anyone is interested. I wanted to show you. We have 3, 6, 7. We have 8 of this size. We have 5 of these. Well, we have the ability. He can make more too. And we have 5 or 6 of these that hold the business cards in them, if you're interested. Now, I did not do the creative word of the day on the first Wednesday of this month. And what I'm going to do is the first Wednesday in May, I'm going to draw 2. Because I thought about, how am I going to... It's just easier. When I do one drawing, I'll do 2 at the same time. So since we're talking about the creative word of the day, I'll give you the creative word of the day. For anyone new, I give you the word, and then after the live stream or whenever, you comment down below, not in the chat box, but down below the video, and you use the word. I don't care if you just write the word, use it in a sentence. You can tell me anything you want as long as you use that word. And I'm going to keep it easy. I'm going to make it be the word sew. S-E-W. What are you sewing? Tell me what your favorite thing to sew is. Just write the word sew. Doesn't matter. Whatever you do, use it in the description box below. And your name goes into a drawing. And usually once a month, not like I was just talking a minute ago, but usually once a month, I do a drawing. And you get something handmade by me, and it's usually, I gotta say, a pretty nice thing. Usually I've been giving those open wide zippered pouches, although I have something else coming up, because I've been doing that for a year now, giving away those once a month for a year. The only difference is if you live outside the U.S., I have to switch it up because postage will get me. The last thing that I sent to Canada cost me almost $30 to send one of those bags. So, yikes. Yeah. But I did notice people in Canada can send to me for like $5, so it doesn't work both ways that way. The postage is, yikes, very bad. Okay. Mona says, I'm back, had to go shop. Uh-oh, we're enabling her. We're guilty now. Tracy, I love my boxes. So adorable. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Judith, oh, Carissa, oh, those are very cute, Marie. Thank you. Yeah, my husband makes the boxes, and I have, of course, this one's got to be cleaned out, but I keep everything, whoa, way too much, beside my machine. And I have ones over there that I keep thread standing up in and all sorts of things, but, Okay, Judith, I would like to order boxes. How can I order? Okay. Again, my email is mariescrappycreations@yahoo.com. It will be in the description box below this video, or you can look in a different video. You can email me, or if you're a member of the Facebook group, you can private message me through there. Either way, you let me know, and I will send you a picture, but I can tell you right now that this size is $10, this one is $7, and this one is $5 plus shipping, but shipping is generally under $4, or I haven't seen it be over $4 except for ones that buy multiples of the boxes. Yeah. Let's see. Janet says, I'm willing to pay postage if picked. Are you out of the U.S., Janet? Because in the U.S. it doesn't cost me much. It's like $3, so. Judith says, sew-alongs are my favorite. Richard says, Canada, you'll just have to send it to the border and have someone there to throw it across. Yeah, I'm not far from New Brunswick. I could just walk that way and go throw it over and say, mail that for me. Do you think that would work? Terry, goodness. She says, so, no W-O or S-O-W? I'm so confused, not really. Mona says, do you have one that would hold mini charm packs? I don't know. The sides would only be as high as this. If you're interested in that width, Mona, if that's what you're talking about, I can have him make one. And we can try that out. Would you like that? I'll have him do that this afternoon. I'll put a man rate on that. Okay, so I have to stop. Oh, Australia. Yeah, yikes. The last time I tried, the lowest box I could send to Australia was over $40. And that didn't matter how light I made it. It was $42 base price. Like, but if you're willing to pay postage, we'll talk about that, Janet. Yeah, that's a great idea, Mona. Really, I hadn't thought about that. I guess because I make those fabric ones that hold them, I didn't think about it done in wood, but that's a great idea. Like I say, the only thing being is that the side is only an inch and 3/8 tall. But I will get him on that and we'll see about that. Okay. Yeah, that's expensive. I think you need a bigger box. Yes, I definitely do need a bigger box, Tracy. Okay, I was going to say something. I totally lost it because that's just how my brain works. Not very well. Oh, I know what it was. So many of you go around to different YouTubers, to the live streams, and you all know one another. So many of you know one another. I'm going to pick on one of you. Not in a bad way, in a good way. The other day, I went downstairs and my husband had my 1954 Singer 1591 opened because I haven't been able to use it. It's beautiful. It's in a cabinet. I tried using it multiple times since I've had it, and the top thread breaks constantly. Doesn't matter what we've done. So I knew someone. I told Johnny, I said, I know just the person to ask. So I messaged Terry and I said, no hurry. What can you tell me? What would you start with or something? I can't remember. I just wanted her advice on what direction should we go in. And she went over and above. So I just wanted to thank her because I know anyone who knows her knows that that is Terry. She goes above and beyond on everything. I mean, she must have written a 17-paragraph email. No, it wasn't that long. But really, she went through, check this, check this, check this. And it was very informative and very helpful. And I think what we're going to do, one of her suggestions was, if you've checked all this and all this, start with replacing the parts one by one. You know, like the tension discs or the whatever. And that's what we're going to do. So, yeah. So thank you very much, Terry. And I know for anyone who knows her, you guys know that that is exactly how she is. So we just all love her right to pieces. Okay, I can't think of anything else that I have. Does anyone have any questions on maybe the bag tutorial or a question on anything at all? Or something you'd like to say? Now I gotta catch up. Yes, Janet says, that seems like a lot. I've sent things to the US for less. Yes. I have a friend in Australia and she sends me packages and I send hers. And the first time I sent her something, it was like $20-something, $26, I want to say. And I had quite a bit in that little box. Granted, it was a small box. The last time I had a box and it wasn't a whole lot bigger. It was about like that. And it said $49.80 and I'm like, yikes. So I took a couple things out and I weighed it and I put it back on the app, $49.80. I took it right down to one item. So for that package size, the cheapest I could send it was $49.80. So I'm not sure how it all works. It can't just be by weight. It has to be the size of the package. So, you know, just for giggles, I'm going to do that. I'm going to weigh one of those out, put it in just one of those little polypack mailer envelopes, and see what it says. And then I'll let you guys know next week. Let's see. Oh, Terry, did John get the vintage working? I just asked about it. He worked on it some. I have to tell you my part in this. He couldn't go too far, and it's my fault. Okay. My other machine that's over here, my Kenmore. I have a 1954 Kenmore. Beautiful machine over here. It didn't have the presser foot on it. So I took it off the Singer and put it on there, but then when we moved that, I took it off there and put it in a safe place. So it's still in that safe place somewhere. So I can't check it out to see how it's sewing because I don't have a presser foot. So we're stuck at this moment. Oh, goodness. Adam says she's awesome. I sneak up on her in some other lives. Lisa, I think if the width was 2 5/8, it'd be perfect for mini charm packs. That probably would. Now, Mona, did you want regular charm packs or minis? Just, I'll have them do one for both, actually. Denise says, thank you for the visit. We'll have to rewatch to catch up on the parts I missed when I stepped out. Have a great day. Thank you, Denise, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate your reply email. I let her know the other day that, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back she had sent me some threads. And one of them, was this top stitch thread. I can't get it to show. It says Superior Threads Masterpiece. Here's the other side. Maybe that will show. I used it on those key fobs. Oh my land, did that make a difference. What a beautiful thread. Beautiful. I have some thread, actually. Now, I had this from Marden's. I even have a box that it came in. I just took it out of the box the other day. I have 2 of them. I paid $1.99 for a 4-pack. And it's Coats Cotton Eclectic Elements, a 30 weight thread. So I have 8 of them, and I haven't tried them. I don't think I've ever used a 30 weight, but I would imagine that would make a really nice top stitching on a bag. Does anyone have any experience with a 30 weight? Honor says, I have too many of those safe places. Okay, Mona, the minis, thank you. Yes, Janet, thank you for dropping in. We hope you have a great night. Terry says, can John make the ruler box double high to make it deeper? Well, it's hard to get those to stack one on another because you can't nail them even with a small, you're working with glue. So I can ask him, but I doubt it. Oh, Carla says I'm late, but I made it. Flat rate box. Yeah, that's only for the US. I'm trying to scroll back and I'm going backwards here. Sorry, I gotta go back up. So Terry is a fabulous person and she definitely knows her antique machines. She does. Take care, Beverly. Thank you. Go to UPS. UPS is usually more expensive. I have an app, Giovanna, and I get cheaper rates than if I go to the Postal Service because I've tried it out as far as in the US. But when I go and get the rate, it will say switch to UPS, switch to FedEx, switch to whatever. So I can check the rate out, but it always shows me the cheapest way to go, even if it will take longer. Yeah. Richard says, when you put your welt zipper pocket on the front of your quilted bags, do you have trouble with turning it through with all the batting? Actually, I didn't, but I learned a trick about that, so stay tuned. Good question. There's a trick to it. Mona says, what about the flat rate box? In the US, I find the flat rate boxes are more expensive than sending something the way I do, but I don't know if you can do them outside the US. And then Carla slid in right at the end, but we're glad she did. Denise is laughing. She knows about safe places. Okay, and that's where I caught up. Can John make the ruler box double high to make it deeper? And I doubt it. I'll ask him, but I doubt it. And we were saying goodnight to Janet because it's really late. Honor has those safe places too. And yes, the minis. Adam, mini charms make me want to cry. They're too cute. I know, and I have 2 of them, and I've got to use them. They're just adorable. I hate to open them. Like, I do. I hate to open them. Okay, let's see. Aunt Di says, I'm looking for S. I think her keyboard went enter. Mary says, poor Johnny, we sure do put him to work. He doesn't mind it. He loves it, though. Oh, Aunt Di. LOL, Laura. I heard she does autographs. Yes. Laura says, Mona did what? I love glide thread, and I use on my long arm. Okay. Adam, I make a gobble call. I may be committed by the neighbors soon, so I keep the door locked. Gorilla Glue, Terry says. Yes, Richard, I agree with you. He says, I have had the same with the flat rate box. It was cheaper to use a regular box. And I try to say that to people, and I don't mean to offend anyone. I really appreciate it, but I have seen people send me things, and it's astronomical to me in a flat rate box. Whereas, and there's, believe me, the time, I have seen a box get from here in northern Maine and get to New Hampshire. Yes, it's only 1 state away, but less than 12 hours later. So I don't find it's any slower, and it's much cheaper. And I understand not everyone has the box, so they provide you with the box. But if you have something you can put it in, it's usually cheaper. And if you can stay away from going to the post office to the window, do it, because it's always more expensive. I first learned that when I joined my quilt block swap group. They said anything you take to that window, they're going to charge you more than if you did it yourself. And they were exactly right, and that's when I first learned it. So I use Pirate Ship. It's just one word, pirateship.com. There are other ones out there that do the same thing. You just get yourself a scale, a kitchen scale. You can get them for under $10 at Walmart. I got this one. This is the one I use. You just weigh it out. It doesn't matter. You put in the weight, and it asks you the size of the package, and it saves me over the postal service all the time. I couldn't tell you what percentage, but it's worth it. It really is worth it. Okay, I gotta catch back up. Oh, Laura's at work. We won't tell Laura. We'll try to hold it down to a dull roar, as my mom would say. Adam says, Terry, I'll share a room with you. I was blow drying my hair last night to warm it up. Uh-oh, gotta be a joke there. Terry says, Marie, forgot this. Tell John to check the feed dog height. He can email me. Well, it'd be me emailing. He hates to type, but I'll ask. Now, I don't know what you're asking. You mean how far the feed dogs come up over the surface? Lisa, definitely cheaper to use regular box, but insurance is included with USPS box. Yeah, mine are guaranteed for a certain amount. I couldn't tell you what that is because I don't always read the small print. Oh, Kathy says, eBay's calling me for Tula. Start another collection. Oops. Am I in trouble? June, I have had a baby doll cradle and charms. Oh, I see what you're saying. Made it with charms. Oh, I bet that's sweet. Oh, Aunt Di, something in a safe place. Yeah. It's your keyboard. Is your secretary typing for you, Di? Oh, goodness. Okay, June, small one. Mona, I'm using Pirate Ship. Yeah, I really like it. I've heard a lot of good before I started using it, and I believe totally in it. And it's so easy, right across the board. One and done. Okay, and Carissa uses Pirate Ship. Yeah, Terry, I knew what you meant on the double high boxes, putting Gorilla Glue here, but of course then you're going to get drips and he'd be wiping. I don't know, it might work. It might. I'll certainly ask him. I'll throw that out there. Honor, Pirate Ship is the way. And Diane, Velcro Spaghetti is my alias. That was hilarious, you guys. She sent me a picture the other day. She was out in her yard and something. Whoa! I got thread. I lifted my hands off my legs and I had a big wad of thread that just went flying through the air. Anyway, Diane had all this stuff across the side of her shed, and she says, it's awful stuff. It's like Velcro spaghetti. And I just laughed because that just cracked me up. Mona said she already bought all the Tula. Just kidding. I only bought one of each. And there were others there. That seller has all kinds of different fabric makers there. Oh, and before I forget, I know nothing will come of this because it is what it is, but some of you had mentioned when you first saw my Tula pink purse tote bag that I made, you should show Tula. Well, you can't go to her Facebook page and just post something there. I went there and replied on a comment. She was showing her thread, which is to die for, and I commented. And I said some of my subscribers wanted me to show you my bag. But that was like 3 days ago and she hasn't seen it. So I doubt she's going to because she's replied to a gazillion things since then. But I'm sure she gets tagged in a lot. But I just wanted to let you guys know I did try to show her my scrappy Tula pink bag. Okay. Honor got Carissa started on pirate ship. Oh, I tell you, I love it. Lisa says, oh, don't get me started on USPS delivery. A regular business envelope arrives in Washington in 8 to 9 business days, but it takes over 2 weeks in the same state. Oh, that's crazy. But do you know you can mail a box or package quicker than you can send an envelope? That's been my experience, like crazy. Okay, Terry, you can lower them. They may be ripping your fabric. Yeah, I haven't noticed that. I just noticed that thread. It would go 8 or 9 stitches and just ping, and it would just fly. But it's been a while. You didn't get us in trouble, Marie. It's all on Adam the Enabler. We're going to have to call him that from now on. Adam the Enabler. Okay, everyone. It's 11 o'clock. It has been so fun, as always, hanging out with you guys. I need to go at noontime, so I need to go get lunch and get prepared and ready. I'll definitely go ask my husband about the mini charm pack ones. That is a fabulous idea. So anyone who's interested in the boxes, let me know. And I am going to start making these as my first merchandise thing and selling these key fobs with Marie's Scrappy Creations. I'm going to put in a new order for my labels before I kind of put them out there for general use, but I have some that I'm going to gift out there to people. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you to Glenda, to Judith, and to Richard for the happy mail. You guys, seriously, every one of you is just the best. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And remember, be kind out there. The world needs more of that. And I'll see you Sunday.